Hey everyone, hey, how you doing? Happy Thursday. Hope you're doing well. While we're waiting on folks to join, go to my website, coopedup.com. Check out what I'm posting there. TikTok and Instagram and other channels. I'm Cooped Up is my handle in most of those places, wherever you're watching or listening. Be sure to click on the bell so that you get notified when I go live or post new content or whatever. And last but not least, you can always text me if you have just a question you want to ask or a hot tip on something, and I will in turn send out some hot tips about just random things as well. 214-949-8599 is that number, 214-949-8599. Let's see here what y'all are talking about so far. Hey, Mama. Good to see you. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Mom, I was actually just looking to see if the package arrived yet. I'm looking here real quick. By the way, if you don't use the Shop app, it is the best. And you can put all of your tracking numbers in it. You can hook it up to your Amazon account, all the stuff, and you only have to look there to see when things are going to be delivered. And it even pulls in, like, so saying it's arriving today, it's still up for delivery. So you have not gotten it yet, Mom. So I can't talk about it. I'll talk about it next week. So my mama's Mother's Day gift is arriving today. And we've already agreed that she can open it as soon as she gets it. And then that way I can talk about it and maybe make a recommendation to other people to get the same thing for their mamas. So, hey, Leslie. Hey, Mike. So I have been having tech gremlins all day. I don't know if there's solar flares going or what, but there have been tech gremlins going off all day long today. First, it was this app that has to do with my mom's gift. It wasn't working right. And then last night I had ordered Walmart groceries, and I was going to pick them up this morning. Between 9 and 10 this morning, I was going to pick them up. And I didn't do delivery because you can't do booze if it's a delivery. And Todd's going camping with the kids this weekend. So he needed beer, and I'm almost out of wine. So I needed wine. And so I have to do pickup, right? And that's just where you drive to the side, they put it in the back of your car, and out. Good. I'm a super fan of Walmart grocery pickup, right? So I ordered it, placed it last night. We added some stuff throughout the night. This morning I get up, get the kids to school, all that kind of stuff. And normally you get like a notification, like if you have substitutions or anything, right? I never got that. And I look at the app and it says, we're still preparing your order. And you're not supposed to go if it says that. And then it says like, oh, we're running a little late. Sorry, we'll let you know when it's ready. Well, like noon rolls around and I've already like contacted customer service via the chat. And they're like, no, they're still preparing it and blah, blah, blah. They're having some phone issues at the local store or computer issues or something. And they're still filling your order. So I was like, okay. Well, like 12:30 rolls around and I'm like, fuck this. So I called the store again, like the third time already. And they weren't answering before. And so they finally answer and they're like, oh, it's ready. And I'm like, well, the app doesn't say it's ready. The app says that I'm still waiting for y'all to let me know to come. And the great thing about the Walmart app is that when it says it's ready, you put check in, and then it tracks where you are so that when you get there, it's ready for you, and they just wheel it out, and it's like, slam, bam, thank you, ma'am, right? So I didn't have that. So I was like, well, I'm on my way. I'll be there in like 10 minutes. So I get there. It says call the number on the thing. So I called the number on the thing. It went straight to voicemail. I called like 5 times, went straight to voicemail. Another guy pulls up. He's having the same problem. So obviously, my thinking is that the Walmart manager is on vacation this week, and all the people are just running amok in the store, not paying attention, maybe not checking out things, not finishing the order. So finally, I'm like, I'm here. Get a hold of it. He comes out with the stuff. Did you like your substitutions? And I was like, I didn't get a thing with substitutions. I don't know what's going on. And I showed him the app, and I was like, it still shows that you're preparing my order. And he's like, I don't know. So he told me what the substitutions were and what the things that were out of. Like they were out of ice. I called bullshit on that. They were out of all of our wine, supposedly. They were out of all the Gatorade that we had ordered. They were out of onion powder. How are you fucking out of onion powder? They tried to substitute it with minced onion, and I was like, nope, not gonna do that. Take that out. And then there was something else random on there, and I'm like, no, this is just too weird. These things, there's no way that you're out of all of these things, and certainly not ice. And he's like, I don't know, maybe they didn't find them. And so he loads up the car, and I'm like, fuck it, I don't want to have to go to the grocery store again. So I just park in the parking lot. I walk into Walmart, found every fucking thing myself. Wine fully stocked. The actual onion powder I ordered was out, but they had another great value brand, the organic one, totally in stock. They had the Gatorade in stock. They didn't have the flavor, or they didn't have the size, but they had the same flavor. But they're supposed to substitute all that kind of stuff. And then I'm like, what the hell? So then I'm using the Walmart app to scan stuff as I'm putting it in the cart so I don't have to go to the checkout. When you do that, you just scan it, boop, 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 in your app, and then you walk to one of the self-checkout machines. You show it like a QR code, and it's done, right? Oh, I was so, Mike is saying I would have been pissed. I was just like, you know what? And I'm like, and you know, the manager must be on vacation this whole week, because I got a delivery on Tuesday from them, and it was like 2 hours late also. Something in the manager, I mean, you know how this works, Mike, you're a manager. I think when the cat's away, the mice will play, as they say. But, and Carrie said, ruh-roh, they let you down. They were doing so good. Yeah, well, I already put in an email, a terse worded email to corporate headquarters, because, you know, what happens is that, let me finish the story. Remind me to come back to that. So I'm scanning the stuff, and then I go to check out, but because I have wine in the cart, it requires me to show an ID, and it just says, please wait for the associate to come see your IDs. I'm waiting there. This girl walks up, and I show her my ID, and she goes, what am I supposed to do? And I literally said, I don't know. I don't work here. That's what I said to her. I don't know. I don't work here. And then she ended up canceling the whole fucking thing. And so then I had to open it back up. And then, but this is the saving grace for it. If you get it and the QR thing isn't working or whatever, if it says if you're having trouble, you can transfer it directly to the register. And just like that, I hit transfer to register, and all of a sudden, it was showing up on the registry, just like I had scanned them all. And I just grabbed a fistful of bags, and I bagged them in the back of my car instead of standing there. But then it got done. So this other woman comes over, and she's like, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And I told her the story, and she was like, boop. And she said, no one uses that. Like, literally, you're like the fifth person ever that I've ever had to deal with at these self-checkout lines to use that thing. I've never understood why people don't use it. It's so much easier to just boop as you're putting it in your cart, boop, instead of getting it out, scanning it, weighing it. Like that drives me nuts. That's the part. I don't mind having a cart full of stuff that I'm just booping as I load it up. Sam's is the best at that. But it's the same thing. It's the same thing. And it works so well when it works. But here's the thing. You know that I think all major corporations deal with this. They try to roll stuff out that is for customer convenience and technology and probably cost savings and all of that. And then the people at the local level, the operations people, are like, we don't want to do it, or we don't know how to do it. Or, you know, I also have a saying I say all the time. Most people don't have their jobs simply because all the rocket scientist positions were already taken. Take that however you mean. But yeah. Leslie is saying, I used Uber grocery delivery because I was sick the other day, which, by the way, I got an offer from them for $50 off an order of $100. I need to look at that and use that before it expires. I used Uber grocery delivery. The shopper was male, and I had to order some feminine products for my daughter. He totally effed that item up. Here's the thing that I don't understand. How do you fuck it up? Also, because I don't know how Uber's works, but like at Walmart, I'm under the impression that they have to scan the item, like, which one do I need? Okay, because it tells them, because they're making it idiot proof, basically, where it's like, go to aisle 4 to 2. Now on this aisle, you need to get this, this, and this, boop, 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 and scan it so that it knocks it off the list. How does it not sync up and match? That's what I do not understand. I do not get it. So anyway, but then, so here's the other weird thing. I don't know what's going to happen next, because in my app, even after I picked it up gone, everything. It still said it was preparing my order. And only at about 3:15, so an hour and a half ago, I got an alert that your order is ready for pickup. Check in now to come pick up your items. I'm wondering one of two things. Like, and it says it will keep it for 10 days, which that's weird. Also, 10 days, some old ass groceries if you've already pulled them. But they'll keep it for 10 days and then cancel the order if we do not show up in 10 days. So there's two things that I could potentially do right now that I'm wondering how it would play out. I'm not going to do either. Well, I'm going to do one of them. I'm not going to do the other one. If I checked in and went to show up and get my groceries, what would happen? Would they be like, no, you already got them? If I did it tomorrow, a different day, a different shift, middle of the night, whatever, could I do that? And then they would just load me up with 6 more jugs of wine and some beer and all the other stuff I got. Now, I doubt they could because the groceries are not there because I already picked them up. So I'm not going to do that. But I wonder what happens if sorry, I got a little warning that my connection was not good. I'm like, 10 gremlins coming for me here too. But I'm wondering if in 10 days, what happens in 10 days if I don't show up? Like, I'm going to keep watching the app and see what happens. If in 10 days I do not show up, do they not charge me? Because I actually haven't asked Todd yet. It's like, has our credit card been hit with that yet? Because I don't get the alerts on the credit card. But he does. He watches them religiously. It's like, did we get hit with that? So, yeah, my connection was a bit shaky for a second. Yeah, that's what Tech Gremlins coming for me. And which Walmart? Cockrell Hill? Yes, the worst Walmart ever. I cannot wait to start using that one on Short, just south of us. But with the I-35 being torn up and being so unreliable, I don't want to do that one yet. But as soon as I-35 is done, that's going to be my Walmart of choice because they always get it right. It is good. And that's a clean Walmart. It's a new Walmart. You don't get the Cockrell Hill one by me. You get murdered in the parking lot, and not because the people are sketch or sus, as the kids say that they're sus. No, it's because people drive like fools. And there's just cars everywhere, and it's got too much stuff. There's too many stores that you share the same parking lot and driveway. So I usually try to F those up too, so maybe I don't ever have to do it again. I call that learned. He's talking about buying feminine products. I call that learned incompetence, Mike, and I am the pro at that. If you don't want to do something, just learn to not know how to do it at all, and you don't get expected to do it. I openly do that. Yeah, and LOL, as soon as I-35 is done. Yeah, let me rephrase that. As soon as the 2-mile segment between me and the Walmart, that part is done. Yeah, and sus is as in suspect. Yes, that is they all call everything sus. Oh, you're sus. Oh, that's sus. That's the new it phrase with kids these days. And we all know the Walmarts are only clean for a little while, Carrie says. And as soon as they build a new one, we shift to that one. Yes. Exactly. Crystal was at an Orioles game earlier in Baltimore. She just got back. Yes. You'll never forget the trip Todd and I made one night to the Walmarts. Yes. The sus is also suspicious. Yes, exactly. It's those that general frame of something. You're suspect or you're suspicious. Don't those mean the same thing? I think they do. But find out who the manager is and send him an email. You will likely get a gift card. Well, let me tell you, I'm totally going to do that because I also pay for Walmart Plus so that I don't have to pay for a lot of things. I saved the receipt so that I could be like, that order? Look at this order number. But granted, hey, I may rethink this strategy. I may wait 10 days because I sent a note about the technology thing, but I didn't say anything about this yet. I was going to respond to that, but if in 10 days that order cancels and I didn't have to pay for it, I'm not going to complain. It was like a $250 order of groceries. Look at me working this system on that. So if your kids comment with this emoji, they're saying that's sus, LOL. Anyway. Oh, y'all had to go to Walgreens in the middle of the night, Mike is saying. Oh, yes, yes. I don't remember that. I was probably, if it was middle of the night, I was drunk or asleep because that's the two states of Cooper Koch in the middle of the night. I slept for shit last night because the storms. We're getting storms through here. Storms. Um, Anyway, what do y'all think is going to happen with if I don't pick it up? Do you think it's just going to crap out, or do you think it's going to catch up? That's what I'm curious. Let me look right now and see if it's already what it is Walmart, what it's saying right now, because it'll just randomly update itself. It says it's ready for pickup still. Yeah, how funny. That's going to be awesome if it doesn't charge my card. I'm going to love that. Suzanne is saying, I hate it when the husbands check the credit card. Doug was so complaining about Riley needing new shoes, so we went to Dick's for new shoes yesterday. I got a text today wondering how Riley's 900 shoes are. Don't send me shopping, honey. Exactly. Atmos just called me. Should I take that call? Is this the new spam? No, do not take it. Then I get this letter, or I tore it up. So then I get this letter in the mail today, red envelope, pink insert or whatever, from the North Texas Tollway Authority saying that I have outstanding tolls on my Jeep, which is newer. I mean, it's newer to me. I bought it in November. And it's on my toll tag account though, but it's got my license plate number there and all that stuff. And that they're charging me $10 a month in late fees for not paying my Zip Cash bill or whatever. And by the way, I've already done this. Like, they sent me one and I called, and what they do is they just merge it together and then they charge you the lower rate and then it clears it out. Everything is kosher, good, copacetic, whatever. So there's this one though. There's like this $5 charge left, and it's racking up. I mean, it's like $10 a month. So as you can imagine how that is. And so I called and get this lovely woman on the line, and I use lovely in that, oh, she's lovely in that sense. And she's looking, and to her credit, she could not figure out why. She's like, I see that you got it on there. I don't know why you're getting this. I see that we charged you for all the other ones. There's just not this $5 worth that was from like December hasn't been charged. And she's, you know, you can always hear them in the background. She's like, I can't figure this out. And then she was like, well, let me try to charge it. And then she's like, well, now it's not letting me charge it because I have to add $50 to your balance and blah, blah, blah. Do you want me to add $50 to your balance? And I was like, do I need $50 extra on there? It already had like $40 on there. Well, no. I was like, well, then I don't want to. It's my money, not your money. I want it in my account. Plus, I'm not traveling anywhere. I literally am like maybe racking up $10 worth of tolls every quarter at the moment. And so they just, and finally she said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to clear the account. I'm going to charge you $2 so that I can say that I've charged you something and discount it to that as a customer service. So she was very nice in this sense. She was like, and then that won't exceed the threshold of needing to do. So she charged me $2 and claims that it cleared it off. So we'll see. But I do not enjoy getting red envelopes. And what I really do not enjoy is when my husband checks the mail and there's a red envelope addressed to me and he's like, what bill did you not pay? I do not like that. And people are stupid. And again, Michelle, I always say, I've said this already once today, a lot of people do not have the jobs that they have simply because all the rocket scientist positions were already taken. And Mike does not have the password for any credit card. So here's the thing. I have it for all but our main credit card. For some reason, Todd always forgets to give me access to that card so I can see. And totally his fault for looking. Exactly. Anyway. And then what else? Good news here in Dallas County, at least. As a county, we are at 64% vaccinated, and 80% is the threshold for herd immunity. The fantastic news for me is that my zip code has already hit it. They've identified, I think it was like 12 zip codes in all of Dallas County that have already hit herd immunity. And considering I don't go anywhere, I rarely leave the zip code. And when I do, it's just for someone to put booze in the back of my car or groceries in the back of my car. That's very, very good news for us. So, of course, our local little news source had something shitty to say about it. the wealthiest part of Oak Cliff is fully vaccinated. They had to throw in that wealthiest part, 75208. Here's the thing. 75208, that's the zip code, is a big ass zip code. Big ass zip code. And it's thin and it's long. Carrie, don't go there. How far south is Diane, you're 75208 still, right? And I would not, no offense, but I would not call where you live the wealthiest part of Oak Cliff. Michelle, I don't know exactly where you live. I mean, how far down does 208 go? And Diane, that was not shade. I'm just like, when you think of wealthy, like, yes, I live in the wealthy part of Oak Cliff. I am totally open about that. Y'all seen my house, all of that. So Carrie is saying thin and long is not her jam. I knew you were going to go there. But anyway, the local little Advocate magazine had to put on their they're kind of anti-development, but not always. They're a little shit. They always like to throw some shade at stuff. They're like, the wealthiest parts of Oak Cliff have hit immunity. Well, okay, whatever it takes. P.S. I've helped 300 bitches get vaccinated, so I'm okay. I have made my karma quota on this one. Not related to anything at all. If y'all are Wayfair shoppers, today is kind of their prime day. So Wayfair days, I think it was yesterday and today, or today and tomorrow. I don't know. I know for a fact today is. They're having like big sales, big specials at Wayfair. Now, I am not a Wayfair fan because the things I have ordered from there's two experiences I've had. One, they're shit merchandise. Like, they're not like, you order a chair and it's just garbage. Or they jack up the price so that they can lower the price, and then it's the exact same price that Walmart had it anyway. Because a lot of times, like, I ordered once I looked on Wayfair and found this rug I liked from Safavea, that brand, and it was like a Greek key navy blue, really pretty indoor-outdoor rug. It's for my sunroom off my master bedroom. And so I looked there, and then I Googled it, there used to be this app called like Ask Simon or Go Simon or something like that. It doesn't work the same anymore as it used to, but you could put in a product and it would find that product at like all the stores online and all the prices that you could comparison shop. Well, Walmart had the exact same rug for like $20 cheaper as a regular price than Wayfair did as their sale price. And it could be here like the day after tomorrow instead of the 4 to 6 weeks for shipping that all the other stuff does. So, so I ordered it that way. So you got to be careful on Wayfair. They jack up the prices to lower them. Carrie, by the way, those pillows, those Southwestern style pillows that I ordered, this is just a couple of them. So I ordered these are the least colorful ones because that blends with, I ordered this like, the other ones are much prettier. These are the ones that we did not stuff because I ordered 8 of these covers. They drop ship from China, and they're pretty. They're for the RV, and I ordered pillow inserts to go with them. So these are okay. They're okay quality. They've got zippers though. They're nice. They weren't expensive at all. But the pillow inserts were very cheap for a reason. They were basically, do not buy the inserts from that Moderny company. They were basically like a thin layer of batting that has been wrapped in a thin layer of fabric. So I ended up putting 2 of them in each pillow, and that made them fluffy enough. Like, they were fine if I put 2 of them in there. And I had enough because I only actually ended up using like 4. No, we had 2 other pillows in the house. So I ended up using 6, and they're going to go in the RV. And those are the more colorful ones because our sofas and stuff are in the RV. Todd's going to get it tonight, by the way, because they're going camping in it tomorrow. So when it's available, I'm going to do a live tour for y'all of Gracie. I can't promise you at what time it's going to be. It may be in the middle of the day, so you may have to watch it in the playback because it will not be today. Well, not during this broadcast, at least. It might be later. And it will not be, they'll be gone by 4:30 tomorrow. Yeah, and I have bought some inserts that came vacuum packed, these 2, and it was thin as cardboard. That's exactly what happened with this. Probably the same factory in China. And in my shop app, I was able to track the shipment. And I could tell you when it left China, it was in Turkey, it was in like Toronto, like it was all over the place. So, and but the pillows themselves, I did bust a seam doing it, but I think I was just fisting it too hard trying to get the thing in. So I'm just gonna have to sew the at the end of one of the zippers up a little bit. But Wayfair days, if y'all are interested in that sort of thing. Have y'all looked at rental cars lately? So we were looking at rental cars in Las Vegas, so that in case we wanted to like go to the Hoover Dam or something. Stupid expensive, and rental cars are already expensive in Vegas anyway because they have really high airport fees and visitor fees and all that kind of stuff, like more than the price of the car. But I was talking to my friend John, who's going to Maui next week, and someone else I was talking to. All across the board, rental cars are expensive. And the reason is, I did not even think of this. It's because so many of the rental car companies did two things that now there's not enough rental cars. They either sold off their inventory so that they'd have cash, or they retired them but did not replenish them. So they were selling them and they were not buying them. And now they can't buy enough because cars are in short supply because of that microchip shortage that's going on. And so there's a supply and demand issue going on. And so they're crazy expensive. So I don't know what we're going to do. We just maybe at the pool the whole week next, or we leave a week from Sunday. So not next week, the week after that. Yeah, and Mark was just telling Carrie about the rental car problems. They sold their fleets during the pandemic, and now they had to buy new fleets, but they can't get them. There's not enough cars to get. Like, I drove by there's a GM plant not too far from where the RV is over in Arlington, and they have tons of like Tahoes or whatever out just like in the parking lot, like just overflowing, but they can't sell any of them because they don't have this specific microchip supposedly that they need to make it work. And she says we can Uber. I was thinking about it though. We were thinking about maybe going out to the desert, leaving the kids there, going to Hoover Dam, something like that. So I don't know. And construction equipment are having the same issues, says Mike. Yep, that's sus. Eric, look at you using the lingo. Use it at school tomorrow with your little, what do you teach? 5th graders, 3rd graders? I can't remember. So anyway, so that was crazy. I was thinking about the maskless thing. Go back to the COVID. It's going to be weird when we're all maskless again. I'll stop getting ID'd because I get ID'd like crazy right now. I'm like, you don't see these crow's feet? I don't mind it though. So I'll stop getting ID'd. You know, white people do that when they see other white people. I never have been one to do that, but a lot of people do. When you're passing them in the aisles, that toothless smile. So there's that. And then also I find myself, I talk to myself a lot when I'm wearing the mask, and I sing along to the song. I mean, I'm jamming at Target to the songs. I'm levitated. Do, 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 do. I will probably continue that because I am enjoying that. And I'm in my fuck it 40s now. All kinds of stuff has gone out the window. So, hey, Eric, have you gotten your fresh, clean tees yet? This is one of mine. This is like a baby blue one. I love it. It's so pretty. So pretty on me. Are we going to the bunny ranch? We are not going to the bunny ranch. We could do a helicopter tour. I have thought about that. Actually, you know what? I looked at that because I was like, if I'm going to rent a car and the car is going to cost $500 for me to rent a car to go to the Hoover Dam and some other stuff, and I can spend $500 on a helicopter tour and see the Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam. I've never been in a helicopter, though. I do not know how I would react to that. But do all these things in a helicopter, I might be willing to do that. If Todd is watching, he's suddenly like, do not, no. They're not going. They're not going. He's not going. He is staying here. So it's just me and the kids. Last thing that I had on my list to talk about, Claire was reading Out Magazine this morning. So one of the magazines I get, because I get lots of magazines, is Out Magazine, which is a magazine aimed at, well, out people, gay people. And she's looking through it and she's like, what's this article about? And I'm like, oh, put that down. No, tell me. And then I can't I try not to lie, but it was like an article about the best hookup apps or something like that. And, straight people hook up too, so it's not just a gay thing. But it was just like for gay people, and it was like, do you want to hook up? Do you host at your house or at other people's house? What does hosting mean, Daddy? I'm like, it doesn't mean anything, honey. Well, of course it does. Of course it does. I did not explain it in depth. I was like, you know what sex is? S. They don't say sex. S. Yes. It's like sometimes people just like to have S with other people that they don't really know. I was like, some people do it. I don't do it, but some people do it. And some people do it at their house, and that's called hosting. Oh, why'd you tell me all that? Well, yes. What else was I going to tell you? Suzanne loves helicopter tours. Do it. And Eric did one in Hawaii. That sounds amazing. Wait till you park that car at the Palazzo. Palazzo has free parking. I looked it up. Palazzo has free parking for hotel guests. Isn't that crazy? The only thing free in Las Vegas is to park your $500 rental car at your hotel. I mean, the entire, I'm not kidding, the entire fucking trip for the three of us for 5 nights at an all-suite Palazzo hotel, everything's included, including airfare, was like a little over $1,000. And now I'm thinking about spending $500 on a rental car? I don't think so. No. 1/3 of the trip cost of the trip is a rental car. Not doing that. So, alrighty. We should be placing bets on how Walmart's going to turn out. I'll keep you posted. In 10 days, we'll know. That's a long 10 days. You have 10 days to pick up your order. Like, what if it was like some broccoli or some milk? Do you think they keep replenishing it, or do they? Because they certainly don't go pull it again, right? I don't know how that works. So anyway, alrighty, I'm circling back on things, so it's time to go. Alrighty, I will see you tomorrow. I love you. You are loved. Never forget that. Love that you watched this. Thank you. I'm still doing delay drinking. Will not have a glass of wine until 6 o'clock. Trying to lose some lbs. Aaron, if you're watching, I hope your face doesn't look quite as scary. He got one of those vampire facials yesterday. I saw a photo of it this morning. I was like, God, I hope you don't have custody of your kids today, because it was little points of blood everywhere. Creepy. And Mama, let me know when you get your gift. And if you need any help with it, let me know with that too. It's pretty easy. And I can't wait to hear your reaction on that. So, oh, and Aaron's laughing. Yes. It's terrifying. You have made me not want, and Aaron, Eric's saying it's terrifying. You have convinced me fully that is not a treatment that Daddy Koopa is ever going to have. Ever. So, alrighty. Well, I'll see you tomorrow at 4:30. And I may see you before that if Gracie is here and I do a quick tour tomorrow. So click the bell, y'all, to get notified when I go live, in case you want to see an impromptu tour of Gracie tomorrow. Alrighty, talk to you later. See ya. Bye.